There are three tried and true methods of directing the interview where you want it to go, called bridging, flagging, and hooking. Bridging is quickly answering the reporter's question, then bridging to the topic you want covered. Here are some examples of bridging phrases. You can go online and find some more examples of bridging phrases, but make sure it's something that would naturally come out of your mouth. Otherwise, you'll sound stilted and over-rehearsed, or like you just Googled how to avoid a reporter's question. And make sure you answer the question briefly. You never want to put yourself in a position where the anchor says, "Why aren't you answering the question?" or "That's not what I asked." Here's an example. Reporter: Caroline Corporation manufactures 60% of the drones being used by hobbyists in the U.S. How are you getting and keeping that big a part of the market? There's nothing wrong with the question. It's just not one of the topics you really want covered. Answer the question quickly and move on to one of the messages that you want to hit by using a bridging phrase. First, the answer. We keep that 60% by making a great product and listening to what our customers want. Then the bridge. You can even power many of our drones with our new line of smartwatches. And your message. The watches are smaller, lighter, and cheaper than our nearest competitor, and they have a wider range of compatibility with everything from our drones to our TVs and home electronic systems. That example has an easy bridge because the two topics have something in common. Sometimes it requires a more generic bridge, like the ones I just showed you. Remember, don't insult the anchor reporter in a bridge. Here are some anti-examples of bridging phrases. Now here's flagging. It's when you're telling the reporter that you're about to say something important. They'll listen. You're the expert on the issue. That's why they came to you. Here are some examples of flagging. One way to think of flagging is using superlatives like biggest, smallest, best, worst, most, least. And that brings us to hooking. End your answer in a way that leads to the obvious follow-up question. That's just one of the changes on the production line that we've made in Caroline Corporation that has allowed us to move more jobs from Mexico back here to America. The obvious follow-up question for the anchor is, what are the other changes you've made to bring those jobs back? And that's exactly what you want. Now, you want to know what never to do in an interview? Click on the next video. We've got some doozies.